What's up guys, Riley here. This is going to be a video of what my car looks like at night. I've had a few people ask me to show off the different aftermarket lighting I've done and show off the HIDs. So here is that video. So starting off, these are my fog lights. They're LED fog lights and they're from Diode Dynamics, which is basically a LED lighting company, and they make fog lights for a lot of vehicles and lots of interior lighting. It's also the interior lighting that I have on my car. These are the HIDs, and then this is the turn signal and hazards and all that fun stuff. And then over here I've actually blacked these out with some smoke vinyl film. It's the dark tint, and it actually shines through a pretty good amount, and quite impressive for being darkly tinted out. These are the daytime running lights, which I'll go turn them on in just a second. They, you can see them in there. They're an LED bulb, or I don't know if you call them bulbs or what, but basically they're clear, and they're also my daytime running lights slash high beams. Alright, so here's what it looks like during the daytime. I'm not really sure why they flash on camera. It's not like that in real life. But this is basically, you know, what it looks like during the daytime, and just try to ignore the flashing because it's not actually flashing in real life. It has something to do with, I don't know, I'm not a scientist. But there they are. Despite all the flashing, that kind of gives you a little bit of what they look like. And then this is also what the blacked out side marker looks like with the vinyl on it. So I think it looks really clean without having that orange there. I like how it's just, you know, all black and then just a little bit of chrome up front, but I like not having the orange. I think it looks pretty darn good. So that is that from the front, and then the back is relatively standard. A big part of this car that sold it for me was these tail lights, because I think they just look so freaking awesome. And back here on the license plate, there is a LED in that as well, so that illuminates that a lot better than the factory one does. So let me go turn on the high beams. And now when you turn off the high beam, or turn on the high beams, it turns off the fog lights because I guess it's drawing too much power or something like that. So there is the HIDs and the high beams, and basically the daytime running lights are the high beams at half power. So we'll wait for it to focus, if it ever does. And I think that it looks really good having all the clear lights. I think it looks, I guess, higher quality instead of having the orange. So there is that. Go ahead and turn those off. The trunk, this is one of my favorite parts. I have two LEDs on each side, and they make this thing really, really bright. So we'll see if it focuses. Come on. There we go. That's better. So as you can see, you can definitely see what you're doing back here, and it's just so much brighter than factory, and it's just extremely helpful. Love those taillights. Alright, so there's also lighting underneath the doors, and this is actually factory, so that was pretty cool. But as you can see, there are the two lights underneath the doors. So when you open the doors at night and you step out, it gives you a nice pool of light for where you're stepping, and it just looks has like almost like an underglow feel when you open your door, and that's just pretty cool. Here's the back seat, LED lights over there and over here by the grab handles, and it just makes it so much brighter back here to where you can actually see what you're doing. I mean, that's my shoe, and you can just see how bright it is back there. And there's also the lights that shine underneath the door peek through as well to illuminate where your feet go. So that's just another cool thing. Here is the front and how bright it is up here. It's LEDs, as I'm sure you could guess. And Dodge also includes everything with some blue backlighting, all the buttons and everything. I kind of wish the gauges were blue because they can, you know, match, but oh well. There's also some blue lights in the door handles, and that's in the front and back as well. And yeah, so we'll hop in, close the door. Here's the mirrors, extremely bright LEDs. And so I'll go ahead and show you the difference in the high beams and fog lights. So right now, the HIDs are on along with the fog lights. So I'll turn the fogs off. That's the fogs off. So as you can see, it just, you know, brightens up everything kind of around the main focus. And it really doesn't do too much for your visibility. So if you're willing to sacrifice some visibility, then I guess these would be for you. But if you drive a lot in the fog, then I really wouldn't do that. So now I will turn the fogs off and I'll show you the high beams. So there's the high beams. Once again, they're not even close to being as bright as the ones from the factory. These are LEDs, so they're a lot less focused light and they're kind of spread out. And I really just did this mainly for looks, to be quite honest. It's not the most practical setup, but it looks really good, and during the daytime with the clear lights it looks really clean going down the road. So these are flashes of high beam and no high beam, but that's fog lights on. Here's all the gauges and the screen and everything. So when you go over here and light everything up, it's just, like daytime in here. You can see everything you're doing. Plenty of light for really everything. Your feet are all lit up down here. And so with this setup, I mean, I couldn't picture it any brighter back here, and the visibility is just great. This camera doesn't do too well in dark lighting, but I mean, in person, if you're looking for some bright lights, Diode Dynamics is your go-to place. It's quite impressive. So yeah, guys, that is my entire lighting setup. So now you can use this as a reference, and there'll be links in the description of places where you can buy all of these lights. But I think it looks really good. I like the clear LED look instead of the orange. I don't know, it's, I guess personal preference. And also, like I said, these are blacked out with some dark vinyl film, so yours are probably brighter than mine, but there she is. So thanks for watching, guys. Take it easy.